Woods Basement Systems is proud to sponsor Cooking Up a Storm.
Welcome back to the morning show. We have another Cooking Up a Storm segment with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Jacob, what are you making this morning?
It's what is that picture, too? I just saw. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh. Let's just step out of my shop. Right? We're in the Christmas spirit here this morning. There we are. Come on. Christmas spirit, right?
Yeah, of course.
And, of course,
Debbie's.
Of course, we always talk about, Halloween starts. Once the lights go off after you're done trick-or-treating, that's when the Christmas season starts.
Absolutely, immediately. Right
so
after the last
with
trick-or-treater.
We're going to do Christmas tree cake dip, right? A nice way to welcome things in. And a lot of times we have to do this early, too. In prior years, what has happened is that they've actually sold out of those cakes. That's happened before. And so sometimes they don't make it to Christmas selling them in stores because they're so popular. So get an early start, get your bags. They sit in the freezer. I have some in the freezer that lasts in the summertime, and I'm enjoying Christmas tree cakes in there. But this dip is a great way to incorporate that in. A great party dip, a tradition. We do it every year here on Cooking Up a Storm, and very fun to do that. Put that cake down. I'm trying to take it. That's going in the recipe there. Are you ready to make it?
I am ready.
And you're in the Christmas spirit too, right?
I am. I just put up my tree yesterday.
Did you?
I did.
Did you get yours in?
I did not.
I beat everybody here.
You beat us. You beat us. How did that happen? Okay. I was going to do it last night. I was just too cranky.
We're ready. We're in the Christmas spirit, and this is my favorite.
I remember that last year. You were surprised. You were shocked that it was tasted so good.
I know it was.
So we're gonna make it again this year. All right, this is super easy. First off, you gotta get a box of the Christmas tree cake. The original ones, the white ones, are probably the way to go. We'll talk about how you can use chocolate though as a part of that. And so what we're gonna do is in our bowl is we're going to add in 5 of those Christmas tree cakes. 1 box into this bowl here. And we're gonna use a stand mixer. You can also use a food processor to do that. And so that is what will go on here. So I'm going to give you the trash, Mitchell.
No, not a problem. Not a problem.
And stick them in there. So this will be the base for our cake recipe. And then after that, we're also going to add a pack of cream cheese that has been softened. Set it out for an hour and let it soften there. 1 8-ounce block is going to do the trick for you there. I see you trying to take it.
I'll get there.
Listen, this is my breakfast, right? I have one box every morning.
Okay.
With a glass of milk.
1 box every morning.
That's my breakfast. Some people do cereal. I do this. But
yeah, understood.
We got that in there. We're going to do 1/3 cup of milk as well. Give it a little liquid to help it mix down a bit here, and add that on in. And that's about 1/3 there. Maybe a splash more to make that work. And then last thing is we're going to help give it a little bit of flavor. Add some vanilla extract. Yeah, just a little splash in there, about a teaspoon.
Some flavor.
There we go. And that'll be the recipe. We're going to put this on our stand mixer and mix it together until it is smooth. That's going to be important for us here. If your cream cheese is a little too cold, you might have a little issue, but it's just going to do that. In fact, why don't I left it over there. That's okay. We're going to mix that in there and let it go. And you can see that it's kind of mixing in there, right, Mitchell?
Mm-hmm.
Can you also do this by hand? I know it would be harder, but
you can, yes. If your cream cheese, you really want it to be softer than that.
Right, okay.
But
not everyone has a mix master, of course, but
food processor works, a stand mixer works.
Oh, I guess a food processor would work.
Do it by hand and let that mix together. Now, it looks a little bit more like a dough. Like you would think, oh, that's kind of like a cake ball in there, right? Maybe
I just want to grab a, not a problem.
And so what will happen is we're actually going to add 1 tub of whipped topping to make it lighter in nature. And so that's going to be a way that we can do that. We're getting close. We want it smooth. I'm going to speed it up a little bit now that things are mixed. And we're almost kind of whipping it up there.
I wonder if we got any left in here.
Yeah, don't worry, there's plenty of boxes. So we'll go from there. I think that's probably looking pretty good. If you want to do it a little bit more, you can. You can kind of see the texture and consistency of there. It's pretty smooth. The cake is well mixed in. That cream cheese is not chunked in there. It's all nice and smooth.
Beautiful.
I'm just going to leave that one on there and pull this off.
And you allow someone to lick the spoon afterwards.
Yeah, I'll use this to scrape that off. The last thing we're going to do here is get 1 of these Cool Whip tubs and stick it on in there. So that's going to be close enough. And, this is the part where we let Taylor lick it off, right? You got to have the...
Lucky.
Right? When you get cookies at your grandparents'
Lucky.
house.
I was always...
Do I need more sugar today, though? I don't know.
Yeah,
no, you do not.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll set that there. If you want to lick it, feel free. I'd prefer if you didn't, but whatever.
I will share with my co-host. I just want a little bite.
She's going to pull it off.
Just a little dab of it.
While you guys are doing that, we're taking 1 tub of whipped topping, some Cool Whip in there, and we're going to fold this in. Do you know how to fold things in?
Nope.
No?
Yes. So you scoop from the outside and fold inward, correct?
That's right. Fold it in. There's a famous show, you know, Fold in the Cheese. Anyone recognize that?
No, I don't.
Maybe.
No.
That's okay. So if you do, you probably are like, I know that. And if you don't, that's right. It's not The Office, surprisingly. We do a lot of Office references, but there's that. So I'm just folding this in here. I don't want to condense it down too much because I want it to be a nice, light, fluffy dip in there. I want it to be well mixed. And then once it's totally folded and mixed in pretty evenly, we'll leave it to sit. You can put it in the fridge. That's close. I might do a little bit more folding here in the break. But then when we come back, one, we want this to chill for a bit, let those flavors do some chit-chat and do some talking, and two, we got to decorate it to make it look that way. So we're going to do that later on this morning. And then also, this year, the chocolate trees are back. So how we can make a chocolate dip. We'll talk about that as well coming up.
Wonderful.
All righty, we're excited for it. Jacob, thanks. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Coming up on the morning show, Adam has a look at your weather forecast up next. But first, let's quickly check in with Jacob. Jacob, how are things whipping up in the kitchen?
Hey, Taylor, just having some breakfast this morning here and getting ready for our Christmas tree cake dip. You see my breakfast there? What'd you have for breakfast?
A cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll. Yeah, we're having sugary stuff here this morning. That's okay. This dip here is ready to go. It's been chilled. It's in there and ready to rock and roll. We got our plate ready. It's coming up after the break. We're going to set things up here, have some Christmas tree cake dip. We'll talk about how you can make it chocolate flavored as well. That's going to be on Cooking Up a Storm coming up after this.
Woods Basement Systems is proud to sponsor Cooking Up a Storm.
Welcome back to the morning show. We're continuing our Cooking Up a Storm segment with Jacob. How are things looking?
We're in the Christmas spirit here. This is a pretty easy recipe, but it will take you miles and miles at the Christmas parties. We all love a good Christmas party, don't we? Who doesn't love a good Christmas party?
We love it. We love it.
And so save this for a dip. People just think it's the best thing ever. Claim it first, too, because I have a feeling that maybe somebody else is watching that goes to your Christmas party, and they're going to say, I want to make this dip, too. That's what Taylor's going to try and do to me at our Christmas party. Right? She's like, no, I want to make it. But it's so easy. It's really great. Again, we took cream cheese that's softened. We took Christmas tree cakes. We took a little milk, and we mixed that together. And we keep using that camera. I don't know. There we go. So we got this mixture in here, put it all together. There's what it looks like now. Little vanilla extract, and then we whipped in, we folded in some tub of whipped topping that's in there, and now we're ready to plate it. I've got a plate of snacks here for dipping, and all we have to do is just put it in a bowl and get ready to eat. And it's pretty much ready. You can see the consistency. It's fluffy. It looks really good. Back in the 1970s, somebody might mistake this for a salad. And
that's true.
So it goes in that bowl there. Now, how do we make this chocolate? Of course, you can use the chocolate trees, but we like to make things really chocolatey, right? The other things that you may want to add, you can add some chocolate milk powder and some cocoa to that mixture. And depending on if you like it a little more sweet or a little more of a bitter chocolate, you might go more cocoa versus chocolate milk powder. Both of those, though, are going to add a lot to that, and that's all you do. Same recipe. It's good to go. I typically do that as well. And then you got two versions of the dip as well for things there. All right, so we've got this ready. There's one thing missing. What does a Christmas tree cake look like?
It's got some sprinkles on it. It's got
sprinkles?
some green, some red.
Green sprinkles and red icing.
Christmas.
Staple Christmas there. So we're going to add our red icing first. Just buy a tube of icing on there, right? And all you got to do is just let that come across. Nice stripes there. Looks nice and decorated. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it gets that vibe, right? You just look at that and you go, yep, that's Christmas tree cake. And so we've got that on there. Top it with some green
Little Debbie
sprinkles.
right there.
Yeah. There's a little Christmas spirit in here, huh? And that is, let me get a little sprinkle in the front there so you can see on the TV. There we go. That's it. I recommend with this that you use salty snacks on the side versus sweet snacks. This isn't all that sweet of a dip. Mitchell's about to walk off and eat from the bowl there. This isn't all that sweet of a dip. It's not as sweet as you think it would be, but the saltiness of a pretzel goes really well with that. Vanilla wafers go great. Graham crackers go great. You can do all kinds of different dipping snacks in there and make things happen pretty well. Yeah. So I think that's what we're looking at. What do you think? Look good there, Taylor?
I think it looks great.
Anyone want to do the first dip?
I will.
Hey, on top of a tree, you know, you put an angel or something like that. We also got to just
put a tree on a tree?
Of course, yeah.
Ready? So let's just drop that in and
see if it's
boom, there's our dip. There is
Look at
little
that.
Debbie Christmas tree.
Jacob, you're an artist.
We got a minute. You want? I know,
Yeah.
Thank you. Of course.
I don't want to do what I did last year.
Grab a dip there.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
So Mitchell's going first. He's going vanilla wafer.
Right in the middle.
Going right from the middle. Yep.
I want to get that scoop.
Jacob's like, dang, I wanted to take a picture of that.
That's okay. I got pictures of this every year there. I think a pretzel is the best way to eat that. So I bought some of these little butter squares on there.
The pretzel is good because I think the saltiness kind of cuts a little bit of it, too.
Exactly right.
A little mixture.
Adam, get in there. What are you going with? We're not judging. We're judging. He's going vanilla wafer.
We're judging.
We're not judging. We're judging immediately.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
think I'm gonna
best.
try the pretzel.
Eat this all day. It's so good. It's not, again, it's not as sweet as you think.
It's perfect.
It's about the right amount of sweetness, and then you add a little bit of a salty pretzel in there. That's perfect.
I'm gonna try
With
the
the graham
pretzel.
crackers, all of that stuff is there. Great, easy recipe. We're in the Christmas spirit. Yep, we're watching Taylor eat on TV. Right. Having a good time now.
on the table.
Fantastic.
They always like to get my.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, it's so good.
There you go. That's how it was.
It is
right?
fantastic.
I'm gonna put this recipe online. Give me a minute or two after the show. I'll get the recipe up. We'll have some fun with that. And maybe this is your next hearty dip for Christmas tree cakes. Let's take you to your Christmas party at work, home, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yum.
Never too early for Christmas.
Enjoy.
Right?
Never too early. Absolutely.
This is my
not.
favorite time of the year. Thank you, Jacob. And thank you for joining us. We're going to be right back with some more news and weather. We'll be right back.